Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I feel like doing something fun today, so I brought down my Jaclyn Hill palette. If I start speaking weird, it's because my ponytail's so freaking tight. It's cutting off circulation to my brain. So cute, I love that. Okay, so I'm just gonna like go right into it, and I'm gonna go in with my Armani primer, and I'm just gonna, you know, rub it in all the good areas. I used the Cover FX drops in Sunlight. Love this stuff, but I realized that I can really only put it underneath my foundation because if I put it on top of my foundation, I find it breaks it apart. Pretty disappointing, like why you gotta do that. But I just put it like in places where the sunlight will hit me. Okay, so I bought this foundation the other day because I got a sample of it. But it's a Huda Beauty foundation in the color Latte, which is like, whoa, that's good for fresh fake tan, but right now I'm not fresh. So I'm gonna mix it in a little bit with my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation in the color Salzburg, which I like this foundation, but it's way too yellow. Like, it's great foundation, but you need pinky tones. Like, you can't just have all yellow, you know? But I'm just gonna like use my fingers to like melt it down a little bit first. For some reason, I don't know if I talked about it in my last videos. I think I did. My texture, or my skin texture on my nose is a lot different than the rest of my face, so that's an issue. Wow, this is orange. All right, well, if you always, you know, panic like me about foundation colors because you're so pale, but you also fake tan, so you don't know what to do, just calm yourself down and remember that you have concealer. Next, I'm gonna go with concealer. I'm gonna mix Tarte Shape Tape and Fair Beige and Age Rewind concealer in Fair Clair, and just put those in the typical concealing areas. Also, just to lighten up the foundation a little bit. It is a little bit dark. I'm gonna just take my beauty blender and blend it all in. Okay, my next step is just to set all that, and I'm gonna take my MAC Studio Fix powder in NW15 and just go and set that in all the typical areas. Okay, now that I've done that, I want to bring back some color into my face, so I'm gonna take my Hoola bronzer and just kind of this fluffy brush and just, you know, tap it and get the corners and edges of my face. So I'm gonna take this more precise contour brush, and I'm just gonna contour a little bit more just because I'm gonna do a bold eye look. So after that, on my cheekbone area, I'm gonna take this MAC Cheeky Bronze Mineralized Skin Finish and just back with this brush. It's just gonna add a little bit more of a shimmer to my face, which I'm really trying to glow. So I'm going down my neck too, just to kind of blend all these colors together. Okay, so after adding all those powders, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender before I do my blush and blend it all out. One of my biggest tips for skin makeup is to just take your beauty blender and blend out like your powders and liquids as much as you can, like in between each step. It will really like help set a smooth base for yourself. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna use two products. First, I'm gonna use this MAC like gorgeous, almost bright coral color, and it's called Cheeky Bits. It does have like glitter pigment in it too, so I'm just gonna take this random blush brush and set a very light base for my cheeks. I mean, light to me, I love blush, so light is probably a lot to other people. For me. Okay, next I'm gonna take the Orgasm, of course. NARS Orgasm, but it's the loose pigment powder, which is just amazing. And then I'm just gonna lightly put it on, but I like to blend up into my bronzer. So I'm glowing all the way. Okay, so I'm actually gonna try to use these for a base highlight, which are the Cover FX drops, and I'm just gonna use my finger at first just to barely blend it out. But the key is like to use your beauty blender to blend it out, because it is like, it can break apart your foundation and concealer and it will look chalky and gross. So just do this first, and I always recommend putting a powder on top of it because I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it does look a little like unblendable almost in a way. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my inner corner for now, and then put a little bit on my lip. Just keep adding more. So I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, the sugar one, and I'm just gonna take a mix of gumdrop and probably butterscotch and just use my finger and lay it on top. I would use my highlighter brush, but I think I left it upstairs, so we're just gonna work with what we have, which is our fingers, which, you know, no big deal. I'm gonna add some under my brow for now. And then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and... Okay, so for brows, I'm gonna take my Dior Show Brow Styler and give myself some basic brows. I'm gonna take ColourPop brow gel, throw it in there. I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just gonna take this very traditional transition color right here and put it a little bit more above where my actual crease is. I'm just gonna keep blending and adding more pigment till I'm satisfied to move on to the next color. Okay, so that doesn't exactly look dark enough to me, so I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, and I'll go in with this, I think it's called Pukey. Beautiful name, love that. Love that for her. And again, I'm just gonna put it a little bit above my actual crease, which my eyelid is not big, so don't be amazed or anything. Morphe blending brush, just to blend out all the colors together. I'm gonna try to get more of a rounder shape on my eye, so I'm not gonna blend it super far out, more just concentrated on a round shape. So I am gonna go a little bit in my bone area right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with an even darker color, and I think I'm gonna dive into this one right here and just focus that almost like, I almost kind of want to do a halo effect, so I'm just gonna do it on the inside and outside of my lid. So I'm just gonna take an even darker brown in that palette. I'm not gonna show you because my palette's set down now, and I'm like I'm such a great YouTuber. I'm so sorry. I'm just too lazy to pick it up because I'm trying to blend as fast as I can. Okay, so I really want to do the fun part, and usually I would like put concealer on my lid, but I don't know like how far I'm gonna blend up yet. So I'm gonna spray this flat brush with Fix Plus, like kind of drown it. And I'm gonna take, okay, now I'll pick it up. This was the other dark brown. I took this color here, but I'm actually gonna dive into this like royal blue. I'm just super curious. I have yet to dip into all these fun blue colors. And that one is just calling my name, especially with these brown shadows. So I'm gonna take it on the wet of that brush and I'm just gonna put it all over my lid. I think I'm actually gonna build over my literal crease just because I don't have a ton of eyelid space. But I'm just gonna keep packing that color on and kind of blending it back and forth, but not fully. I might take my finger actually just to pick up more pigment there. I'm just gonna take like a really dark brown and kind of blend this blue around with the dark brown, just to disguise the harsh lines here a little bit. So I kind of went a little bit too much out here with the blue, so I'm just gonna pack a dark brown over it. Hopefully blend it out a little bit. I'm finding that the dark brown is like actually working really well for blending it. Just keep packing on color and then blending, just so I get the right amount of pigment. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the other, go in and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna like start kind of blending it. That brush I was using with the browns, and blending it underneath my eye. You really gotta make sure that you hit the inner corners with that brown if you're trying to get that like halo effect. Now I kind of want to bring that blue like underneath my eye, which could be like a huge mistake, but I'm just gonna put it in the center for now to follow this halo effect idea. And then I'm gonna place the brown on the outer side of it and the inner side of it. So now I'm just taking some browns and putting it on the outer side of it right now, blending up into those colors. And then I'm just gonna take kind of one of the lighter browns and using that on this side of it, on the inner corner side. So I did get a little bit of fallout, I think, so I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of blend like the edges and stuff around, just to make sure that we're not so harsh that we're scaring people. So I'm just gonna line like the little outer edge of my waterline here with a black eyeliner. I'm just gonna do it for my upper and lower waterline. My eyes are kind of small, so I don't like to go like all the way in. It's a little bit too dangerous for me, and I'm gonna take like this little eyeliner brush and just kind of blend that. You can add black eyeshadow to this little brush too. Then I take a little curling eyelash curler. I know there's a word for it, but like, well, I speak English, like who does that anymore? I'm gonna go in with this Colossal Maybelline Pumped Up. I think I said that completely backwards, but like, oh well. And I'm just gonna kind of heavily coat my lashes because I don't have false lashes to put on, so we're just gonna go in with the mascara. Plus, like, when I wear false lashes, it hides my lid, and like I want I want this to show, duh, so I'm gonna take my little eyelash brush and just brush through any clumps. So to finish off the face, I'm just gonna go back into this palette and I'm gonna take Gumdrop, I think, and put it, maybe Starburst. Mix a Gumdrop and Starburst and put that in my inner corner, and then just kind of add a little bit more highlight to my cheeks. So for lips, I'm going to take this Pure Color Envy 120 Desirable by Estee Lauder, and it's like just a nude. You don't want to take away from your bold eye color, so I suggest wearing a nude lipstick. Now usually I would just stay matte, but my lips are a little bit dry, so I'm just going to add a dot of Buxom Lip Plumper in the shade Princess. I'm just going to finish off with Fix Plus, of course. Especially with like a bold makeup look, you always want to set your makeup. Make sure that you are all set. I also really like the idea of doing like a super kind of slick ponytail with it. It's, you know, like a good kind of chic look. So, and then just kind of bling yourself out with jewelry. You know, do what you gotta do. So thank you so much for watching. I'm just gonna try to get more and more into makeup, of course, and kind of I'll do like more fun looks as well as like kind of more fun tutorials. But for right now, I just kind of wanted to do something while I was getting ready. Yeah, anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.